Yeah, as you rightly pointed out, it's very important to keep upgrading yourself, keep understanding what the game requires and what your game is, not losing that and still keep adding to it.
Well, you heard it from the man himself. Life is all about changing and adapting, and our guest has done a fine job at molding himself as per the team's requirement. In this video, the NBA turned cricketer opens up about his experiences with the Indian team and tells us a thing or two about his personal life.
Brendon McCullum. I mean, how was it working with him? He made quite drastic changes when he was the coach, and one of them was making you open the innings for KKR. That really turned things for you.
I think Baz is one of the most optimistic persons that I've ever met.
Yeah,
I still clearly remember a game we were 60 odd for 7 wickets and we still needed around 100 runs, around 80 runs. And I remember him coming out in the timeout and telling us this 13 more sixes from here. It's very easy to say, but that just makes you feel that you will be able to achieve it. You will be able to achieve the target. He's very optimistic. At the same time, he's again very composed and very poised in the dugout. Doesn't let the pressure affect anyone. And the most important thing is he allows everyone to play his natural game. Just plays. He tells everyone to play their natural game. It's very important for people to uh, in in search of extraordinary to lose the normal. But he always backed us to do the normal things, to do the basics right, and just enjoy the game. It's a game after all. You have to go out there and enjoy the game and be thankful for every day.
tell me your experience of Rahul Dravid as a coach of Team India.
Rahul sir is also a legend of the game. He's a stalwart and he's achieved so much for the country. And I think obviously we all know of his skills with the bat and tactically he's amazing. He's coached the under-19 and then also with Indian team he's had a lot of success. But one thing I really liked about him was the communication about the clarity of roles. I think that is something that is very important for players to understand what role they are gonna do in the team. Because if you're clear about the role, then I think there'll be a sense of direction and that will increase your focus. So I think that communication as a coach is extremely important. And I think Rahul sir has done that magnificently well. The way he communicates with players, the way he handles players is something that I am really fond of. The way he used to speak to me and still, always trying to make me better and trying to, build relationships. It's just amazing to work with him.
Win the match for India. That's the mantra of all the cricketers of this generation. This is amazing.
Absolutely.
Which obviously had individualistic approach was always there in cricket, scoring my runs. But looking at the generation of cricketers, the current generation, like people like you, has really changed the definition of Indian cricket. We want to win the game for our country. That's the mantra.
Absolutely. I think winning the game for the country is obviously very special. When you're going out there, you're playing for India, you're representing 1.2 billion people. That's an honor in itself. To go out there and win it for your country is an amazing feeling, and who doesn't want that feeling? That glory is something that is priceless, and we're all working towards that.
How do you flush out a bad game? I mean, when you haven't scored or you haven't got success with the ball, how do you flush it out of your system? What's the best way to do it?
Well, I think if you've done your process right, if you're okay with how you approach the game mentally and physically, then I don't think the result matters. And there are times where you have approached the game the wrong way, but you've ended up scoring runs. Even that is not very satisfying. So for me, the most satisfying feeling is to go out there and give my best, try my best, and stick to my process. If I've done this, I don't care whether I've got out on 0 or 5 or 10 or scored 100. I'll be fine with whatever I've done because I have stuck to my process and I have put my best foot forward on that day.
What is your mantra to stay focused, to stay calm? Which is what I can make out from your conversation. You are absolutely there's so much of clarity in your mind when you're talking, when you're doing stuff for yourself. So what exactly gets you going? What do you do behind the scene to keep yourself calm and composed?
Well, yes, there are a few things that I do, but the most important thing that I do is I zone out from the game. It's very important for you to understand that your personal life is equally important. So I ensure that I keep the game on the field and in the gym and also in my thought process. But I ensure that I give time to my family. I give time to myself, and enjoy my life as well. Uh, what that does is, makes me concentrate that much more on the field, knowing that I will get time for myself outside of it. So once I'm on the field, I forget whatever's going outside. I just give my 100% there, and once I'm off the gym, the only thing that goes in my mind is, what to do in life, what next to do in life, and studies is something that I still do. I still like to study so that there's always that added skill to me because I am really fond of academics. And once I do that, I feel that I always give myself that extra bit of time, just in case I need to think about the game. So I have that extra cushion with me. That's what keeps me going.
So switching on and off really helps you to handle pressure in a way, right? I mean, which is what international cricket is all about. You know how well you can soak into pressure.
Absolutely, I think it's very important to switch on and switch off because see, it is our life, but still, at the end of the day, it's a game. It's a game that you have to go out and play on the field. So, it's very important for you when you're off it, zone out and switch off a bit because, believe it or not, it takes a toll on your head. The game has a lot of pressure. There are a lot of situations that demand a lot of mental toughness and stuff. So I think switching on and off really helps me.